So this is a video, you know, basically talking about my experience at my first hackathon. And I can say that I have definitely learned a lot. So, you know, I follow, crypto on Twitter. Chainlink being one of them. Um, I remember I did their boot camp, back in July of last year. And also on the Twitter they was talking about how, they was doing a hackathon for fall of last year. And I decided it would be a really good opportunity for me, so I did that, and of course you can see these are the dates of it. Um, so my original, plans for this hackathon were really just to do the workshops that they had, because I believe this is the first hackathon that Chainlink has done to where it's friendly. It tries to be friendly to upcoming developers, newbie developers such as myself. Uh, so really, my original plan was just to do the workshops, which they did. I wouldn't say first week of this hackathon, but what happened is that Chainlink has a Discord where you can introduce yourself, and I did that, and there was somebody who wanted to work with me, and I decided I thought that this would be a really good opportunity for me, and I did that, and I did way more than I expected. I you know I actually did a project with a partner, and we brainstormed an idea, and we worked on it for a month, and though it's of course not completed and all of that, it was what I was able to get done through the hackathon was way beyond my expectations, and I'm pretty happy about that. Um, and yeah, so I'm gonna go into what I learned. Um, so one of the things that I know is very important is time management and basically organization. So because during the hackathon you had to be able to brainstorm your idea, and you have to figure out how you're going to take that idea you have, take on that solution, and basically put it into code. Um, and that's what me and my partner did. We did that, right, and we basically with Solidity and of course front end skills or whatnot, we did just that. But I feel like the problem that we had is that we were trying to, as the hackathon went on, we were still coming up with ideas, or still brainstorming throughout the hackathon, and it took time away from having a direct path and the code that we were trying to write. And I feel like if we were more organized with that, we would have gotten more done. I mean, of course, one of the really, really big factors of not getting as much done as we could is, our skills, our level of development skills. Um, so there's that. Um, Something else that I understand too, that I feel like is very important, is that you have to define your roles when it comes to a hackathon. You have to know who's going to be the front end developer, who's going to be the back end developer, who's going to be the project manager, who might be the UI UX designer for the project, maybe like a business manager, all of that, defining roles is very important. That makes things organized. And going back to, brainstorming and all that, I feel like all of that brainstorming and, you know, figuring out a solution to what the problem you're trying to solve, all of that needs to, be taken into consideration and be planned out the first week at the hackathon so that the next 3 to 4 weeks, all of that can be, you know, do all of that can be dedicated to you coding it, you bringing your solution to life. So yeah, that's what I learned. And me personally, I learned that, you know, for one, I'm more of a quiet person, and I think this was really good for me because it allows me to work on my social skills and communicate and network with people, which I was able to do. My partner. And as far as development skills, I learned through the hackathon that um, I am very bad at front end. I have been working on that ever since the hackathon, and I will show that. I will show proof of that on other videos I'm going to make. But yeah, that was one of the biggest takeaways in terms of my development skills, that I am trash. I am terrible at front end. Um, so yeah, that's my experience with this, and now I want to talk more about like my dev posts and what the actual, what the app is that we, managed to get, that we was what we actually, basically what we was able to come up with, what our solution was before, the hackathon ended, GitHub and all of that. Um, I already talked about my experience and all of that, with this being my first hackathon. So now we're gonna go into this. So this is my dev post, um, you know, website. Not website, but my information and all that. So yeah, my name and all of that, and as you can see here, this is my project. And if you look here, submitted to Chainlink Fall Hackathon 2021. My last video, my video before this is the video of me me and my partner, we kind of made a little snippet or whatnot of the hackathon, or a snippet of, our hackathon project. And if you not gonna go in full detail of this, but this is us trying to explain, our idea, and what we learned, and how, what stemmed from it, why did we think of this problem, and all of that. And then, here we got what it was built on and all of that. So then we go to GitHub. This is our, well, okay, not this. This is actually the my bad. This is actually the websites. The yeah, our websites are app. But yeah, anyways, this is GitHub, and as you can see, these are the two Solidity files that we made. This one talks about this is like the voting contract, which I'm going to show more of. So this is one contract. This is a fork. We forked this from the Morales code that we got, because Morales, they made a video on. They made a social media front end basically, and we forked their voting code or whatnot, their posting and voting code, and made it our own. We added Chainlink technology to it. As you can see, we imported a Chainlink Solidity file, Chainlink keepers. And there's also this that I actually made. Um, and this basically the idea of this is cement two teams. And we also use chain link technology here to do like VRF, random number generator, generate you know, get into a random team basically. Then you have NFT functionality here, missing the card. So yeah, there's that. Um, and so there's our website. Let's get into that. There should be another GitHub here that my partner made. Okay, I'm not really sure if he showed it in the dev post, but this is another repository that he made. This is the uh, the React app that he made, um, which will this is basically like the front end of like the app, the yeah the the intro page to the app that he made. So yeah, let me just go to it. So yeah, so this is the front end that was made. So you can basically the way it works is that the way this idea is that um so our problem is that we are trying to um people when they get into hackathons, most of the time people work alone, or maybe they get into teams and they don't get along with the teammates. So what our solution tried to do was that we wanted to allow um, users or participants dedicate the week before the hackathon started, to get into random teams and do daily missions to basically um, get comfortable with working with random people, and potentially working and with the people that they work with, potentially work with them when the actual hackathon starts. So yeah, if we go to step 0, this is just a little HTML. This is an image, but you can go to chain.link/hackathon, and these buttons said different things, but we basically just manipulate the HTML and take a picture of it. So there's that, and the user will, I guess, hit this, right? So they'll hit that button, and then they'll go here, right? So this button connects you to MetaMask, so you can connect to MetaMask. The not that button, that button, that's what's a MetaMask. But yeah, connect here, right? I'm gonna make sure I'm on the right testnet or the right network. So let's see. Rinkeby testnet. So type in some random stuff. But basically our idea was you put in a username. So this NFT card, you put in a username, right? You put in like your strengths and weaknesses and experiences so that your partners know more about you, while you're in the hackathon, and you hit this choose file button, and you can upload a picture. So I'm just going to upload a dummy picture. So then you hit sign up. Right. Then they'll show this. So you put in your username again, and our idea was to generate this name to the missions page. So yeah, before we hit this, you go to view entity. You can look at this on Rarible. You can look at your token, right? That's a contract, or not contract address, but has an address, and yeah, pretty cool. So there's that. Um, not sure if I can. Yeah, I'll have to do this process over again, but now I'm about to go to the missions page. So let's see, step 2. So yeah, this is the missions page, and basically, I believe our idea was to have the name. So like each tab will have each teammate's name. So like for me, I will have my name Larry or whatnot, and then this part right here. So I think I want to say, yeah, if we go here, these are the posts, right? And then what the user will see is that they'll see, for instance, this will be one mission, and then they, I guess, will comment under it to show their like results or their solution to the mission. And then I guess I want to say like me and my partner, we would since we made the front end, we would vote up on it to say if it's valid or not, right? So there's a front end, and of course this is a fork. This is a fork of Morales code. Um, let's see. And step 3, this was supposed to be a chat, basically a chat where the 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 teammates can communicate on. But this I guess the link that my partner had doesn't work. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, those are basically it for this. If you want more details, you can check out the dev posts that we have. You could just, I guess you can just search up my name here, and you could just hit on this project here. And yeah, that will be it for this video.